KTM Duke has the same problem. Constant oil leaks, overheating, and failing brakes make this bike a complete headache. With Duke 790, KTM introduced a ride-by-wire throttle system, but it only added up to the issues of an already problematic machine. Because of a weak throttle system, annoying issues like random surges, system failure and throttle lag are a common thing in this bike. And at the end, the only good thing that remains about the bike is the way it looks. And trust me, you shouldn't buy a bike when this is the only thing that it offers. And this will get even obvious with the next bike. It gets worse and worse the closer we get to number 1. Number 10, Bimota V2. When you take a first look at this bike, it looks like a true race bike. Sleek design, a 2-stroke engine, and a technology that was well ahead of its time. So where did the problem lie? Well, Bimota started the planning of this bike with one simple thought, revolutionizing the 2-stroke engine, and this very thing became the biggest issue with the bike. The first production models arrived in 1997, and right away major problems became apparent. Basically, the fuel injection system of the bike was not at all sorted out, and the bikes were almost completely unrideable. Throttle response was terrible, the engine hunted badly at steady speeds, and power delivery was extremely violent and only came on at the top of the rev range. While it was light and quick, power wasn't up to snuff among the crop of high-powered superbikes that began to emerge in the late 90s. Aside from being poor to ride, it also had electrical faults, a tendency to foul spark plugs, and had some major mechanical faults that led to piston and crank seizures. To make things worse, this half-baked sports bike came for $30,000, which was a lot for that time. And a high price doesn't mean that the performance would be high too, and well, this can't be truer for any other ride than the next bike. Number 9, Kawasaki Vulcan 2000.
Between Logan, Utah, where you came from, and Boulder, Colorado, to where you're at right now.
Yep, got rained on a bit, a few times in between. I was coming into Boulder last night, it actually pretty much washed the bike for me. The windshield was a lot more covered in bugs.
Kawasaki has always proudly presented their Vulcan series as the ultimate heavy cruisers. So when they announced the Vulcan 2000, the hopes were pretty high. When the bike was finally released in 2004, Kawasaki launched it as the best available heavy cruiser in the market, with the biggest V-twin engine ever put in a riding bike. Unfortunately, the very thing that Kawasaki thought would make their bike special became the cause of ultimate failure. The huge engine caused uncountable problems for the riders. The bike went on to become extremely heavy and bulky, and handling it became a headache for the riders. Now, because of the engine, the weight of this Titanic on 2 wheels touches 900 pounds, and steering it at slow speed often resulted in the bike getting derailed from the path and the biker getting injured. The clutch became so stiff and hard that you'll need a proper workout regime to handle it on a busy traffic day. Sometimes the bike would suddenly send heavy jolts of power to the rear wheel, giving you a feeling of riding an angry bull, and that is not a good experience. Because of these problems, the top speed advertised by the company became almost unachievable, because who would want to even try with this much weight and this less stability? Now the cruisers are often used for longer rides, but with a fuel efficiency of only 35 miles per hour, Vulcan 2000 was not meant for longer rides if you had any intention of saving your bank balance and your legs.